Hello and welcome to Math3A for the summer of 2024. My name is Greg Perkins and I'm the instructor for the class. So in this video I'm going to show you basically how the class works, starting with the syllabus. So I am going to have in-person office hours every Monday from 5:30 to 7 p.m. and that's on the main campus in the Rotarium. And let me just show you the map. So here's Hartnell College. This is the library A. This is the three-story parking structure. So if you walk out of that parking structure, you're going to be looking at building N. And on the first floor, there's a Rotarium, it's called, and it's just a big open space with desks and chairs and such. So that's where the office hours are going to be. So that could hold up to like 20 people easily. All right, so in-person office hours each Monday. Well, this is an online class, so the homework is going to be done on MyMathLab. And I'm actually going to create a separate video to talk about the details of MyMathLab. This video will be about the basics of the class itself. So when you do go sign up for MyMathLab, make sure that you grab this Perkins 47577 ID. Also, I want to point out that you can use MyMathLab for free for the first 2 weeks. So when they ask you to pay for it, down towards the bottom it'll say temporary access and you could use it for free for 2 weeks, which I definitely recommend that you do. Now if we scroll down to how your grade is calculated. So there's problem sets that I've made up, there's podcasts that I've made up, and that total is 60% of your grade. And with the MyMathLab, there's going to be homework, which is 20%, and then quizzes, which is 20%. And just real quick, the quizzes aren't proctored. It's basically like redoing the homework questions. But with the homework question, you do get an infinite number of attempts. With the quiz, you only get 2 attempts. Okay, so another important thing is here on the second page are all of the due dates for the whole semester, and basically there's going to be something due every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So for the first week, there's just getting the homework done, and yes, it does look like a lot of homework, but then again, this class is just 6 weeks, and we do need to do chapters 2 through 5, so you do need to power through that homework. And then on Monday, there's going to be the problem sets will be due, as well as the podcast. So those are the things that I made up, the podcasts and the problem sets. And then on Wednesday will be a quiz on the MyMathLab, which will be on the homework for the previous week. And then it basically just continues that way. So let me show you about these problem sets and podcasts. So first of all, the podcasts, this is the easiest points you'll ever get. So basically the podcast, what I did is I made up 2 questions for each section, and I just thought of the typical type of, here's the type of thing you really need to know how to do in this section. I made up 2 examples, and then you can go to my YouTube channel, Hartnell College Math, and you basically just watch the video, watch me solve it, you write down what I write down to prove that you watched it, and then you get the points. All right, so that's the podcast problems. And in case you forget that it's Hartnell College Math on YouTube, there's a link to it right here. So you can just go over to the YouTube, and there they are. So basically you've got a video for each one. You just watch the video and write down what I write down. All right, that's easy points. Now there's also problem sets, so there is one problem set each week, and if you look at right here, the problem sets are already there, and so the problem sets, you do need to show all of your work in the space provided. Uh-oh, why is this one sideways? Okay. So for example, on this one you would factor it and use algebra, etc. So you would show your work in the space provided, and each one of these are 3 pages long, And these will be graded for correctness. So I will go in and grade, look at each step, and then either a check mark if it's right, or I'll make a comment minus half a point or minus 1 point if there's a small mistake, etc. So those are going to be graded for correctness. And if you look at where I just got that, I also made up an example video where I basically just take the problem set, maybe change the problem a little bit, and then I show you how to do examples. So those should be very helpful. And of course, you can come to the in-person office hours. Let me just get the syllabus back. If you look at the problem sets, which are graded for correctness, those are due every Monday. The office hours are every Monday. So if you want some help on the problem sets, or what's happened in the past also is students just start going there and they realize, oh, this person right here, they're working on the same thing. Hey, what'd you get on this? And people start working together, and as well as I can go around and help people during the office hour. Okay, so let me just go back to the Canvas. So when you go to do the homework, so basically you look at, here's the homework, or excuse me, here's the lecture for section 2.1, the very first section. And basically when I made the video, this is what I wrote down as I made the video. So these are the notes from the video lecture. So you can take a look at those notes, download it or print it, or just look at it and then watch the video.
All right, here we go, the first section of calculus.
And so basically what I wrote down as I made the video, that's what the notes are. So once you have watched the video lecture, then you could go over to the My Math Lab. And I'm not going to go over the details, but I just want to show you when you look at the homework assignments, they're labeled exactly the same. So you watch the section 2.1 secant line and velocity video and then come over here and do the homework. There's also some extra stuff like this 3x5 card is derivatives that you should need to know if you're not familiar with how to make a PDF with your phone, because when you turn in the problem sets and the podcast problems, you do need to make a PDF. So this is a little video how to make a PDF with your phone. So all of the material is already here for the whole semester. And also when you need to turn something in case you're not familiar with Canvas, you just go over here to assignments. And then you would say problem set number 1 and go to turn it in. I'm not going to click on it right now because this is the teacher version. So basically we'll just show you, click here to upload your work. And then this says homework, but this is just for me to take your grade from the My Math Lab, and then I put it in here under homework. And the same thing with these quizzes. So these quizzes are done on My Math Lab, and once you're done with the quiz, then I import it to Canvas and put it right here. All right, so that's basically how the class works. Let me just take one more quick look at the syllabus to see if there's anything that I forgot. I will be using the TI-84 quite a bit. When you watch the videos, I use the TI-84 for graphing. You could, of course, use Desmos or something like that if you want, if you don't have a TI-84. And just one last time, emphasize, it'd be a good idea to download or print this page, because this is all of the due dates for the whole semester. It's all there, all ready to go. All right, please let me know if you have any questions. When you do, please use this email, which is the Gmail, which works much better than the Canvas mail. So if you want to email me, please use the gperkins@hartnell.edu. All right, thanks. Now I'm going to make the video about the My Math Lab, the details about how that works. So take a look at that when you've got a moment.